Hello and welcome back to Inner Peace Place. I'm Karen. Today's topic is influence the energy of a situation. And we've talked a little bit about this in the past. So if this is brand new to you, go back to previous lessons and you'll get the beginning education on this. Our core energy is extremely important to our life path, our choice to live a more peace-filled life. So core energy is your accumulation of the thoughts, desires, actions that you've taken in the past. And it can be modified, obviously. With this work, we're looking at how do we change the energy of our thoughts or shift the direction of the energy of our thoughts. And how do we maintain a more joyful thought awareness? So when I'm talking about influencing the energy of a situation, what you're able to do is by your setting an energy that you're attracted to, in other words, something that's already inside of you, by projecting it in a way, not really, but sort of, to a situation that you're going to be involved in, you can resonate or with frequencies that are already familiar to you. We're looking at our overtones, a new word. Overtones are the moment-to-moment frequencies in our energy body. So our core is made up of all of our past experience, energy vibrations, but we can project little baby energies into the future. We can really do it in other directions, so to speak, but let's just sit with that one for the moment. So we're taking a mental picture of a situation that's coming up. That's what our influencing the energy is going to focus on, something coming up. So if you know that you have a place that you need to go or a person you need to meet with that always brings you down, that's what you want to experiment with. I wouldn't do this for judgment purposes or your ability for your skills with something that's huge, but just pick something that you get exposed to periodically and you always say, oh yeah, I just don't want to go. I just don't like that. So experiment with that type of a situation. So to do this, obviously you get still, you connect with, or you refresh your connection, renew your connection with the all that is, the Holy Spirit, your soul self. You just take a deep breath and you want to expand your energy body as big as you can. And to do that, it's all in your imagination initially. You just want to pretend that there's a bubble of energy around your body that is not squishing you, not constricting you. It's gotten bigger. We want to get big before we do this. All right, so now you've found your situation that you want to work on. You have relaxed and made your energy body bigger. And then you want to visualize energy flowing around that situation. So in your mind's eye, you want to pretend that you're walking up to this individual or sitting down in the meeting or whatever it is that you want to pick, and surround it with energies of love and light that bring you joy. So whatever energies that you found in the past make you smile, you can surround this situation that's going to happen in the future. So for instance, you really enjoy walking in the woods and that feeling it brings to you, or hiking. So find that energy, close your eyes, find what it feels like to be hiking in the woods. Then put that energy in the room or in the environment of your chosen experiment. That's how you do this. There's no rules to how you do it, but you do want to surround the situation with something that truly makes you very happy. And you want to do this a few times before the meeting. So, and there's a reason for that. There's always a reason. Because our past experience energies are so strong, so every time we met with this individual in the past, or every time we walked into that meeting, or we went to that particular store, or whatever it is, we had bad experiences. Those are very powerful energies. And so by doing this, you're shifting the overtone of that meeting, encounter, or whatever it is you've chosen. Shifting overtones is very powerful if you give it enough time energy. Okay, so we need to sit with this situation and infuse it with the upward flowing energies that you can resonate with quite a few times before the situation happens, at least initially when you're a baby at this, when we're learning how to do it. So by visualizing the walk in the woods, that would be one way to do it. You can surround it with light energy, energies that make you smile, or maybe you've seen some sort of a rainbow in the past, or Christmas lights, or something that brought you joy. Surround it with the energy that you felt. This is feeling stuff. The energy that you felt will now be engulfed, or the situation will now be engulfed with the energy that you felt when you were feeling joy. You still with me on this? So as you're surrounding this situation, you want to open your heart center, because we want your attachment to be very strong, and heart center energy is very powerful. We want to set the tone of the room or the situation for you. Don't assume you're changing anything about the other people involved. You're not. But what you are doing is being able to walk into a room or near a person that you're about to talk to or whatever, and find that energy that brings you joy. And what'll happen is you will become comfortable. You won't feel defensive. You won't have whatever personality self-conflict in your mind's eye. That won't be at your forefront. What will be at the forefront will be this calm, upward flowing energy. And you will be radiating it out to your self environment, so your own body. You're not changing other people unless they happen to resonate with that energy, which is something that can happen, which would be cool. So you have walked into this room. We're going to pick something because I can't keep going back and forth. I'll make you crazy. So we're going to a meeting. And traditionally that meeting is just not joyful for you. Might be for other people, but not for you. And so you have already surrounded that room. You visualize the room, the people sitting in there. Be very thorough on this. Have fun with it. You see everybody sitting in their normal spots. You know how we all tend to sit in the same spot, don't we, when we go to a meeting, or very close to it. And you're surrounding the room with an energy that you're comfortable with. And you can actually send out particular thoughts of love or patience or acceptance into this meeting. It isn't that you're going to tell people to accept your viewpoint on something that you're about to present, but what you want to do is you're accepting the energy of the room. You're accepting the flow. You're resonating strong with it. And by doing this, the outcome is not only that you resonated and that you felt this joy and you felt calm, but when you're in that state, you can focus better on what you need to do, because part of your energy body isn't trying to protect yourself or deflect somebody's words as they say bad things or whatever it was that usually brought you down. So when you're doing this, you have more energy for joy. And by standing in a state of joy or standing in an awareness of all that is, you make better decisions, you say nicer things, you say things that people can actually hear and understand, which is very important. So there's a lot of good things that can come from this. Now, if you are blindsided, let's say you walk into a place you weren't prepared for, that happens, and you didn't have time to get yourself ready. Try to see if there's any way that you can excuse yourself and just say you weren't prepared or whatever you can come up with. Because what'll happen is you can sit down with those energies and set them for the next time you are meeting with this individual. You'll need to have something in the back of your head rehearsed, when something like this happens, because it does, happens to all of us. This just isn't a good time for me. I already had something on my plate. Let me get back to you. Let's meet tomorrow and set a time. So come up with some things that flow out of your mouth easily. The emotional survival energy. So when you and I get into those situations and we need to send out upward spiral energies, all we're doing is taking care of our emotional survival habits. Because what we were doing in the past was kicking into survival mode because we didn't like the energy. And so when you set the energy into something that you already know, you already resonate with, and you already love, you're not in a state of survival mode. Nothing good can come out of that state. When you are feeling attacked or just uncomfortable in general, you're not going to make good decisions for your future self, for your joy path, for your peaceful flow. And so that's why this skill can influence more aspects of your life than I think anything else. Learn to do this one skill well and practice it. I have used this over and over and over. In our short little video here, I just don't have the time to give you examples, but I can promise you that once you get skilled at this and you remember to do it, which is the other caveat, you can really shift the direction of your life path into a more joy-filled area and reduce the attraction to the downward flowing situations that sneak into your life. You are a master of your energy. Trusting in this procedure or this process, learning to do it, practicing with little things first, will truly shift the direction of your life. Love and light to you and your path. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.